Jangchu Bardu Dagni Gyatsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gibe Sunamki Jola Denchir Sange Juparsho Sange Chudam Soki Chodam La Jangchu Bardu Dagni Gyatsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gibe Sunamki Jola Denchir Sange Juparsho. That's two or three? That was two. Sange Chonama Jangchu Bardu Dagni Gyatsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gipe Sunamki Jola Denchir Sange Juparsho.
For 10 years I've been waiting for that to happen.
I was pretty sure it was two, but I was like, I didn't want to go four, so I checked. Okay, the mic? This is like a Bardo being going to hell.
It's not on. What? It's not on down. So the clip is closer to the top.
The clip is closer to the top. That just would. You just got it? Yeah. It was bad. Guitar boy. No matter how slow it.
Chittamatra. You gotta say young.
Young. It is not on. It is pretty on. Okay. Okay. So everything's 90 right now. Okay. So we are talking about Nyunyi now in the My Mind Only text. So question 1. How many arguments are there for the existence of the negative consciousness in this section of our text?
6, 8, or 5.
No.
Small answer.
It's a very small answer.
A huge 6.
6. Okay, so we only talked about them, so the next question is just for... We're just going to review them because there's nothing else to do, really. So they're really... If I ask you about them, you're not going to know. I don't know, so...
We didn't talk about them.
We talked a little bit, but it's all complicated. So we're just going to try to translate them and see what we come up with, and then would have reviewed everything. So what are the translation of each of these?
Not mixed.
Not mixed. With what? Yes. With ignorance. Good, well done. Okay, if you don't have negative consciousness, it would be wrong for you to have misunderstanding in an unadulterated form, meaning not mixed. Okay, so what's 2?
Same as the other 5.
Yeah, like the other 5.
Yeah.
You could not engage with the sense object? Sixth consciousness would need to
No, we're just translating here because you're right, but we're just trying to review the
Is this
the word.
It can't be low bourgeois? It can't be like going like the other sense consciousnesses?
It's something like that. What do the words say? Let's just do the words and then we'll talk about it.
Other 5, same.
So 5.
Yes.
5 similar.
Yes, exactly. So I think both what you and Nick and Venerable Betts are saying is correct. So the 6th consciousness, awareness of your thoughts, would have to be not similar to the 5 sense awarenesses in that they engage in with the outer world. So I'm translating from the more extended translations, but it was too much to put on you guys. Okay, so 3. What's Numparjuk?
Cessation, or meditation where your mind is really quiet.
Exactly, and it could be either.
So the point
There's
is
2
that
kinds.
It would have something that has to be there when your mind is in that state, I guess.
Oh,
I think. What's J Jack? This J I think is misspelled actually. Yeah, this is the wrong J. Yeah, this is supposed to. Yeah, Geshe changed it in his version. Yeah, J Jack.
The meditation and the result would be the same.
Right, or it's the feature about the meditation or something like that. But let's see. The meditation has no discrimination and cessation because Numparjuk, it refers to both, would have no difference. Okay? So that's literally what it means. Let's keep going. So what's Okay, the order switches. So we'll just I put them in order. So what's 4 here?
Oh,
This is what you were saying more, Nick.
oh, that's okay.
Yeah. What does it literally say, Nick?
It says no. In a flow,
Mhm.
discrimination couldn't arise.
For
Uh,
a
for a negative consciousness.
no kepa.
Oh,
Basically, could arise.
or start or become about.
No kepa.
Oh,
So
a
it's
being.
taken.
A person. Yeah. A person who goes into
Uh-huh.
non-discrimination meditation.
Uh-huh.
There could be no flow. That's what it literally says. Okay.
Meaning that there would be, yeah, the negative
I thought it
mind
was
would
the realm,
disappear
not
as
the
well.
meditation.
The realm? I don't think so, but let's check.
Of
'Cause
being in that realm.
you might be right. Let's look. Those pleasure beings that are born as a result of the meditation on no discrimination, there would be a problem of not grasping to myself in a continuous flow. Like, yeah, they would have a problem of being able to see themselves continuously after they had been born as a pleasure being as a result of that meditation. Yeah, without that. Because grasping the self is,
Yin.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
One of the main functions of Nyuni.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. I know this is all complicated, but what else?
It's fun actually.
Okay. Nick's having fun. Good enough. Okay. So number 5. What's this one? This is kind of the key word. Yes. No. But that's cool. That's
You go.
ascertain the words or something. What's the other way nye could be?
Ascertain or definite?
Or yeah, definite, and then sik is
Word.
it's me. It's word.
Follow the actual meaning.
And then kundukyor.
There'd be problematic.
Yeah, there would be a problem or something.
There'd be a problem with Sikme.
Yeah, with
No words.
the definitive definition of words or something. The
I don't remember this.
Is this where?
yeah, we had it.
The Buddhist words would just be random.
We had
Ming
Ming.
and Da.
We had Ming as a
That's right.
there was as a positive. Okay. This is from the book. It just says where it's from. Thinking there is a me is a part of your mind. The reason for that exact wording, the reason for that name, as if that makes any sense. So, don't worry.
Right now it's just a bunch of words.
I'm working through that too. And then the 6th one, Ngar. What's Ngar?
Holding to self.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do it.
Yeah, Tang Denpa, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's see.
So this is the one that I was talking about before, where it's like it would stop happening.
I think so, yeah. A person who has not seen emptiness directly, which is clarified in the next part of the text, would not possess the state of mind that is linked to the view of destruction, which itself holds to a me. How that
So
different
that's
than
like
Why-
Lard Zen
why-
and
Wait a
Jekta.
minute. That doesn't make sense.
a person who has not seen emptiness directly would not possess the state of mind that is linked. So Sosokewa
They definitely hold that state of mind.
Yeah. Definitely.
would not possess the state of mind that is linked to the view of destruction, which itself holds to me.
They
The
do
one who
hold that
has
state of
seen
mind.
would not possess.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Find out imminently. Let's
Yes.
Do you have 2 more 6-part problems?
Yeah, those are just like the names, really.
Right, it's because
One more.
that state of mind doesn't hold.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yay.
I guess. Yay. So, I guess.
Yay.
Sure. Okay.
It's all out.
Again,
Yeah.
your turn.
Again?
Again.
All right. Here we go.
Please.
You can crash this plane. Let me see. Your name is Word.
True.
Trans-
Nesik. Definitely word.
It's a text about mind. It's difficult.
Sorry, I was caffeine stuff.
Well water.
Are you guys gonna let me take a nap in here this afternoon?
Sure.
If I stay for the pizza party.
Sure.
Sergej,
Zingay with owl. Is that the one that's
Like-
ascertained?
Yeah,
No, they both are.
You know,
Depends how
quite,
it's
quite
used.
trustworthy.
It's the same exact spelling. It's like ascertain, ascertain as opposed to certainly. I think nepar maybe is like the adverb. Yeah, but they both are.
Do you want
Okay.
do you want to do yoga today again?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I mean,
Oh, money pay me.
somebody will work it out.
Who's teaching?
I think Kelly. Or
Killy.
someone else.
It's
It's really up to
name
you.
is Keely. All right, I don't care. Let her hurt me.
Sorry to interrupt, but can
What?
the people that want to come to the pizza party just raise their hand and I'll count?
Any where
If we
you
like pizza,
where are you
can we
buying the
raise hands?
pizza?
Not there exactly.
Pizza shop.
Pizza shop.
By the way, it's a good chance to see what the guys downstairs are doing, because they each present for 3 minutes what they've been doing.
Beautiful and very entertaining.
Okay.
One of the very
Okay, thank you.
Okay, why don't you explain to Professor Foley where you're at? There's 6
Where
different.
I'm at? Oh, the book.
Where you're at is nobody can figure it out.
No, you don't want. You want to hear that story. Okay, so briefly, the text, the name of the text is Idan Kunshi, which means the two parts of your mind that the mind only believes in, that no other school believes in. So now we just finished a section of the book that describes how to prove that there is a kunshi, a foundation consciousness, a part of your mind that is the foundation of how all your seeds ripen. And now we're looking at the nyuni, the part of your mind that creates all the problems. And so there's 2 ways they're proving it. They're proving it through logic, and they're proving it through scriptural authority, like different texts. And we're in the part that's proving it by logic. So we're logifying the fact that your mind is messed up.
Why he got that text, we don't know.
I think it's pretty clear.
All right, here we go. Please read. All right, this is where we are, right? I think,
Right.
right? Stop here, 112.
Yeah.
Okay, 6 reasons why there should be a black box in your mind filled with bad thoughts, negative emotions. Okay, why? 6 reasons why they cannot be attached to your normal 6 consciousnesses. They have to be separate, isolated department of your mind. Okay, here we go. We're on the 4th one.
Shenyang. Du she mepa
Mepawe.
we gula shiwar.
Mashipardu.
Oh, cool. Mashi pardu ngarnzin yun chak sumin juk partel. I don't know if they're going up or down.
Keep going.
That should be down. Tell.
Yeah, in Jubata.
Tell. Yeah. Dei gula tsok jukni gak nyungi me peche.
Yeah, so I believe all 6 are expressed in the form of sarcasm, which is called prasangika. And we say, well, you say there's no separate part of your mind which is devoted to your negative emotions, especially misunderstanding objects. And then ridiculous consequences of that. So we're on the 4th ridiculous consequence, which is the meaning of the word prasangika. Okay, moreover, let's take those people who are dushi mepawa.
People who practice the meditation of the 7th or 8th level of the formless realm.
Good.
Or
And therefore
of
they have no gross mental operations.
Yeah.
Okay. They're just barely alive. And I like to say anesthetized. Okay. Gyula Mashipadu. And there's that negative with the until.
Until which time they die.
Yeah, it doesn't mean until they don't die, right? Until they die, I guess their Narnzin doesn't juke Gyunchaksu.
I guess they're how they hold to a self.
Hold to a me.
Yeah, how
Different.
Oh, really? Self?
Yeah, ngar. Yeah,
Oh,
ngar.
okay.
Hold to a me.
Hold to a me.
This is not general Dangzin because it's specifically Sugang.
Specifically Sugar.
Nganzin. Ngada nga yiwa zimba aya. Jikta.
The first link.
This becomes first link, yeah. As they hold to me, gyunchaksu.
Cut in a stream.
Yeah, in a stream, in a steady stream. Minjubata. So I guess let's make it simple. So I guess their ignorance doesn't flow in a stream.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Then he says, why you say that?
Why you say
In
that?
between here
Chichir.
is an understood chichir.
Chichir.
Yeah. Why you say that? Because
that stream.
Because this stream means in their being.
Right, in their mind.
This doesn't refer to this stream. Yeah. Okay.
No, there's a gyu, the first gyu.
Oh yeah, right. In their mind.
In their mind, the collection of six, the six
The
consciousnesses.
normal six consciousnesses that everyone agrees to have stopped.
They're laburwa.
You have to say on a gross level, actually.
Oh, right.
Or else they'd be dead. And
therefore, there has to.
And they don't have.
But
this is a dual reason. It's a dual reason.
But they're trying to prove.
But it's not what we're trying to prove, Keshina?
Yeah, it's weird.
No, it's a dual reason. Well, no, it means according to you. You have to add the word according to you.
Oh.
Because according to you, well, it's a dual reason. The first half of the reason everyone would accept. The second half of the reason is the sarcasm. Okay? Well, everybody knows they don't have the six consciousnesses. And according to you, understood, they don't have a separate box where they keep their negativities. Okay, so I guess they don't have ignorance. Because their six consciousnesses where the ignorance would be linked with are shut down. And they don't have any extra consciousnesses, 7 and 8, which is the mind-only school says you do, but the other school says you don't. Okay, so this is, who's talking then? Has to be a mind-only guy. And which number of consciousness is the one that holds your bad thoughts?
7.
For some reason it's 7, it's not 8, okay? Now, let's go deeper. What does it look at?
It looks at the kunshi.
Yeah, it looks at the refrigerator that keeps all the karmic seeds, and it takes it to be... Me. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
There's the garden tin.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you don't accept the refrigerator, how can you hold to me? Because that's what the negativity mind is looking at. But you guys don't even accept the negativity mind. So I guess you don't have that anyway. Okay, it's kind of cool. All right. I'm just happy because I understood one of the six. Okay. Sheyang.
Sheyang, tole, ngar sempe chir ito, shepe ngetsik me par tel, wang shila ngar sempa me chukpa yi shila taktu ngar sempa me peche.
Good. And this goes back to the root text which said ngetsik me, I think.
Yeah, that's the root text.
Okay.
Definitive wording.
Here's number 5. Moreover, I guess nobody ever said in a sutra, use the expression ngetsik here. I guess nobody ever used the expression in a sutra, ngar sembe chir yido. It is yi, it is manas, because it holds to a me. It thinks me. I think there's a sikshe here, which is a ngetsik, okay? I think in the Sanskrit, we can ask Professor Campbell, there's got to be 2 manases in here. It smells like a literal explanation of the word. And that's why he's calling it a ngetsik. You know, he's okay, like, I take this sentence, so ye is manas, and maybe there's some kind of man word in here. In ngar, I don't know. But we have to check it out, okay?
But sem is manas, right?
Sem is chitta normally, but it can be manas. But ye
you have
is
it right
always
there.
manas.
Ngar sem is manmata.
Oh, it's the man. Oh, I figured it out myself already. Anyway, there's something to do with me, right? Man. So man sounds like the root of manas. I'm sorry, I figured it out already. This ngar is man, and this yi is manas.
Oh, yeah, like human.
So this is a ngetsik. So ngetsik here means a literal explanation of the word manas.
'Cause that's where human comes from, like the
It's where man comes from also.
right, the minded one.
Yeah. So you this is a sexy place to show off your Sanskrit knowledge.
Ooh.
So I guess sutra doesn't say it's called manas because it holds to man. Okay, and then it becomes a ngetsik, means a literal explanation of the word manas. Okay, so I guess there was no such ngetsik in the sutras because as far as the first 5 normal consciousnesses, they don't hold to any man.
Yeah, they don't hold to a self.
Okay, and
The 6.
the 6th one doesn't hold to man
Changing, like
all the time.
all the time. Yeah.
All the time. For example, number 4, if you become a Dushin Mepawa, it's not going to be holding to it. Okay, so I guess Buddha was wrong when he said manas can be explained because you hold to a man. Because you want to keep only 6 consciousnesses. The first 5 can't look at man anyway, and the 6th one only looks at man sometimes. Got it? It's all sarcastic. Yay! Yeah. Oh yeah. So that dough is the Lankavatara, according to me.
Earlier.
And John Campbell could go see if there's a Sanskrit, and we could get the Sanskrit where he says it's called manas because it's man. Okay. Because here's what Tsongkhapa says. He credits it to the Lankavatara Sutra.
Yeah.
So if we can find a Sanskrit of a Lankavatara Sutra, we can actually put the Sanskrit of this sentence in there. Cool.
As a
Okay.
footnote,
That'd be a hell of a book to translate.
because it comes up like every term.
Constantly.
By the way, I went and got the original. Okay, and it's not exactly that.
It's sick.
Big.
Here it is, okay? Semni kunchi namshete. The mind is the kunchi. Because it holds ngar semni. This is the one we're looking for, okay? Ngar semni yiyano. Okay? So the original is slightly different, but it has the same meaning, okay?
Okay.
We can still accept it.
Sure.
So if you can find a Sanskrit of Lankar Shikpa, and that's kind of why John's with us. That's why Vimala's working on that. Aisha's working on that. Nora's working on that. We're trying to find these books. Her text had a very sexy reference to why bhikshus are called bhikshu, and we can't find the Sanskrit. Nobody can find the Sanskrit. I checked with all the big guys. John checked with all the big guys. We couldn't find it. Okay. Okay. By the way, here's an explanation. It's a commentary to the Mahayana Sangraha, which he seems to be favoring. And it talks about this idea of ngetsik, okay? And it kind of explains, this is where the argument comes from, if you're interested, okay? Cool. I went and got you that. That's for free. Now, there's the Lankar Shikpa. Here's a discussion in the Lankavatara about the concept, but the quote is the other one, okay? So the quote is the other, but here's a discussion of it, okay? All right, now we're on to argument number 6 for the existence of the messed up part of your mind. Permanent department devoted to being messed up, okay?
Well,
Okay, here we go. Not quite permanent.
not permanent.
That's why we're studying. Shenyang.
Shenyang, okay, you la to talk to Jongwei Ngarnzin Shik me partel. Sok Jukla Teme Nyuni me pechero.
Yeah. Now he's out of people who are Dushin Mepawas, who have reached the high state where they don't have any gross mental processes. And he's just going to talk about normal people who are not Aryas.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's consider the mind of a person who's not an Arya. It must be the case that there is no Ngarnzin there which Taktujung.
Which always changes.
Which happens all the time.
Oh, takdujun.
So they must never have grasping to me, which happens all the time. Why? Because that holding to me cannot exist in the Tsokduk, in the six consciousnesses, and you don't have any separate department of your mind to hold all your negativities.
According to you.
Yeah, so we have finished the six arguments, the six sarcastic arguments in support of the existence of a separate department of your mind, which is messed up. But we all knew it was there anyway. Okay, with reference to ourselves, not you. Okay, read.
I don't know anything about this stuff. 군시 당윤이 기 드롭제 니 촉삼 순파테 개팔 간젤레 셰파자오.
This whole sentence is worth about $30, I'd say. The trick is this piece here, these three syllables.
Right, exactly.
That's what's tripping you up.
Those are
I hope it trips you up
Is
successfully.
this an example of part of our position?
no.
Hey, perfect. $30. Monkey bangs on a typewriter all day, and Shakespeare will come out after 3,000 years. Okay. Yeah, look, I'm just giving you a bare outline of the arguments.
portion.
If you want the details,
Go to
Tsongkhapa's
go to
text.
Jason Kappa.
Yeah. Okay. These are proofs I'm giving you for both Kunchi and Yuni. For the refrigerator of your karmic seeds and for your negativity refrigerator. And Choksam Tsun here means just as a representative example of just one part, literally one direction, right?
That's in John.
Okay, yeah, okay. I say no need, usually when he refers to Tsongkhapa, I like to go find it and put the folio number. But this is huge. I mean, this is half his book, so I don't think it's necessary. I just made myself a note that we don't need a note.
Okay. But isn't that a note?
Okay. Okay, please read.
Sumpalani choknga ma chupatang te gakpao.
Without even knowing what number 3 is, you can explain these two. And by the way, I'm going to tell you what number 3 is. Okay. Chongaman Jupa.
Choknga, the things I stated before?
This means the other debater's case. I will state.
The other side.
Yeah, this means ngagul.
Nagul, yeah.
The other guy. So, yeah, and there's the nga and chi. So sometimes in debate, the other guy is called the previous guy because he starts the argument, and then the responder is called the later guy. So we're gonna let him make his argument, and then we're gonna. Of course, we're gonna gawk him. We're gonna stop it. Okay.
So that Nama hangs together in the japa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's
You could have read it as Majapa.
like we're not gonna let the other guy talk.
Yeah. But that's also an option.
We're literally gonna gawk him. Gawk.
I went back. By the way, this comes from huge way back. This comes from the 28th paragraph of the whole book.
Whoa.
So that usually means we're making progress. Okay, because the
Wrap
last
up.
parts are usually pretty short. Okay, so we're on this third one. We're going to refute the belief that consciousness can be grouped into 9. Okay. Everybody else was saying up to now, the opponents were saying how many?
6.
6?
Yeah.
We want to say 8, and some fool's going to come and say, hey, there's 9.
Didn't some other fool say 1 or something?
Yeah, they do. Okay, so don't blame the Chinese master. We can tell you. The Tibetans love to blame the Chinese. Okay, so anyway, there's 9, okay? Here's a guy going to come and say there's 9.
Okay.
And we'll find out who he is and what he's doing. Okay, here we go. Let's go to the...
Just...
Let's not...
Should I read it? Just go...
Yeah, go ahead and read it, okay.
Dompa lempe nam shitang, kunshi sumpa du chepe tang, gupa dreama nam shisu, dupa yang dak denpe luk.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense yet.
Okay.
Number 7, the consciousness which takes. Kunchi is divided into three. The ninth is a immaculate consciousness, and they believe that, and that's the pure position, something like that. So we don't know what it means yet. Okay.
Sure.
Here's the actual. By the way, here's the 9. Okay, it's 1 through 6 is easy. 7's not so easy. Then you got 8A, 8B, 8C. Okay, and then you got 9 down here. Okay.
Whoa.
So here we go. I'm just trying to help you out.
Thanks.
Okay.
Tangpo ni yongjak ki namshi tsokchuk.
Stop. How does that relate to Dr. Wu's text?
Drak? Vimala Kirti? Yeah.
What's the Kirti mean in Vimala Kirti?
Known as.
Yeah, here it is. Yongdrak means everybody talks about.
Yeah.
Yongsudrakpa.
Right.
Okay, so what's everybody talks about?
The 6 consciousness.
Yeah, I mean, everybody talks about 6.
Everybody.
There isn't any Buddhist school that doesn't mention the 6, basically.
Except that one.
Okay.
That one
Except
dude.
that one dude.
That one dude.
Now, on
What's up
top
with
of
him?
that, we're going to have a 7th, an 8th, and a 9th, okay? So this
Oh.
Tengdu is going to distribute to this, to this, to this, to this, to this, and this, okay?
Okay.
So on top of that,
9.
Sounds like more than 9.
This could go on.
go ahead. Dumbani.
That's.
Or did you read already?
But isn't that in parentheses, Geshe? Shejawa de?
Say again?
Shouldn't I go to Shejawa?
Oh, no.
Oh,
this
there
is
it
root
is.
text.
There it is. Okay,
This
yeah.
is root
Sorry.
text.
Dumpa ni lempe namshi.
Yeah, so on top of the normal 6 that everybody talks about, we have a 7th, which is called the consciousness which takes. Let's just read your author, and then we'll go back to Tsongkhapa's,
Okay.
which I inserted for you. Okay, it's called the taking consciousness. What's it mean?
It means that they are. It's the 8th consciousness, right?
It's number 7, and it's defined here as Dangzin, Kansaki Dangzin.
Holding to a self.
Holding to the self of the person,
Yeah.
which is focused on number 8,
Okay. Yeah.
which is
Nyuni.
kunshi. Yeah. So Dangzin is nyunyi, negative part of your mind, and it's focused on kunshi,
Right.
as we know,
Okay.
and misunderstands kunshi. What does it misunderstand about kunshi? Tell for John. I like to have John here because it's an excuse to ask you to explain stuff.
Well, one thing is that foundation consciousness has actually 2 parts to it. That's really important to know. And Geshe describes it like a refrigerator, where you have the shelves in the refrigerator and you have the refrigerator itself. So kunshi is where all the seeds are kept, but then there's 2 kinds of seeds. There are the seeds that are dormant, and then the seeds that are already ripened, okay? And the already ripened ones are just like your experience of your world. So when the messed up part of your mind looks at the refrigerator, the parts of the seeds that are already experiences, it thinks, oh, that's me. It doesn't know that there's a kunshi separate and that the whole process is going on. So that's what happens when 7 looks at 9 and holds to a person, Dangzin.
So, do you want to take a shot? In fact, I think Jetson Kappa's comment here is too abstruse to even go through. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But do you want to take a shot at why it's called Lembe Namshe? Why is number 7 called the consciousness that takes something?
Because it takes,
'Cause it takes
the
it to be
kunchi
me.
as being me.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. I'm glad I didn't mention any money.
Consciousness is
Okay. Because it zins. Because it zins.
Because it holds.
It's lemba because it zins.
Yeah.
It takes because it holds.
No, in a sense, though, that is that right in the school? What would they say? Would they say there is a me in the school, and who is that?
Yeah.
Every
it's
school.
the kunshi.
It is the kunchi.
Yeah.
So,
Ben is the kunshi.
so Nini is not wrong.
No, it is wrong.
What takes it to be an outerly existing?
No,
I mean,
no,
okay,
no. Nuni looks at the kunshi and doesn't know it's the kunshi.
But does it take it as ngam?
Is it right for thinking it's not?
Let's keep going.
That's a good question. We'll talk about
Okay.
it. Let's talk about it.
Now, according to this guy, kunshi can be explained as three different ones. Okay, so now we're going to get those three different ones.
That's
okay.
yeah.
Let's start here.
Jason
Hey,
Kappa.
Gepa?
Gepa kunshi namshi la yang ngoa ni ki kunshi she sange drupe tun tang den dempa shiktang namin ki kunshi shekam chukge chubge la mikpa shiktang kunne nyun mong pe kunshi she chuki tangzin shikte sum duche patang.
Yeah, and that sim goes all the way back to kunshi. So consciousness number 8, which is the refrigerator, can be explained as three different types. And that's root text in the dark, in the
Yes.
bold, right?
Yeah.
Then he gives you the three, okay? The first one is called Ngo Niki Kunshi, which would mean what, roughly?
The essence.
Yeah, super essential kunshi, you know,
Wow.
which he says, Sangye Dupe Dendan Demba Shikdan, the one that helps you achieve enlightenment. It's kind of like your Tathagata Garba or something. Buddha, your Buddha seed, okay? The essential kunshi. Then there's the Naminki Kunshi.
The ripened kunshi.
Yeah, messed up, mixed up with karma and karmic ripenings. And its function is to mikpa to the kamchopge.
Look at the 18.
Datus.
Datus, yeah.
It focuses on the 18 parts of a person. Okay.
What-
I don't know why.
No, but that's the six consciousnesses. Times 3, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
well,
if I-
what they look at and what they're based upon.
Right, and their awareness.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that
and
makes
then
sense.
but those exist within it. Ayah.
But everything exists within the kunshi.
Okay.
So
anyway.
that's
And then
consistent.
there's the messed up kunshi, okay, which is dangzen, chuki dangzen.
Chukidangzen.
Now that number 7 was kansaki dangzen.
Okay.
In this guy's school. Number 7 was grasping to the self of the person, and number 8 was grasping to the self nature of
Things.
which we had a whole lecture about yesterday by Gisela downstairs for an hour and 15 minutes.
That's
Okay.
super fascinating that he's
Okay.
dividing the two between these two.
Yeah, that is interesting. That's worth a lot of. Somebody should write a graduate thesis about that.
Somebody else should write a graduate thesis about that.
That's the nice thing about. They call it. What do they call that? The classic phase of a literary tradition, and then the commentarial phase. So we're in the classic phase. So we're lucky we don't have to write commentaries. We get to translate the best texts, and then your students are going to be, your students are going to be left over with minor texts about horses or something. I mean, you don't realize how lucky you are to be. You're doing the first version of the greatest text. Then your kids are going to have to do the secondary commentaries, and then their kids are going to have to dig around the bottom of the barrel for, nitty shastras, right, John? Books about government and business and stuff like that.
Table manners.
Yeah, you're lucky because you don't realize you get to do the classics. You get to do the great books, and then your students are going to be. They can't retranslate what you did because it's going to be perfect. So
Clearly.
okay. Anyway, you're okay.
Did it say somewhere in there that the other 6 fit inside? They're all inside the kunchi.
Everything's inside.
Nobody
the kunshi.
said that, but they are.
Well,
Yeah.
it was an interesting thing.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
would be the argument for why there's only one.
That's true.
Ah.
Mm.
Oh.
Okay. Now
You're that guy.
we're waiting for sexy number 9. We want number 9.
Did we finish the last
Number 9?
paragraph, Kishila?
Yeah.
Oh, we did. Sumpa
Yeah,
Chipa
okay.
Tang. Okay.
But just when you get to translating this, underline chu as opposed to consort, chu as opposed to consort, chu as opposed to consort. Otherwise, you're going to mess it up, okay? All right, number 9.
Cool. Kupa ni te shin ni ki tak ni chikpula mikcha yulte shin ni yang tak ta sok tang mikje shipa drime nam shi sam suma ne rikpa she nisu. Should I stop there, Kishila?
Chete.
Chete ndu ba. Should I keep going?
Yeah. Okay, anyway, here we go. Number 9. is its object, its mikja, what it mikbas towards, is a single thing, which is the nature of emptiness or reality. Okay, deshinyi, tattva,
Tattva.
or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
It focuses on only chikbu, exclusively that entity. This dagni is the entity, right? Of emptiness, really. Okay, and you could say Yode Shinyi Yandata. Yandatam is it's an expression from the Prajnaparamita literature, which means the perception of emptiness.
Really?
It means the ultimate end. Okay, but it's a synonym for the perception of emptiness. Okay. Yes, I think so. Yeah, it's a one of the geshe subjects within the lower middle way called yandakta. It means the ultimate end of things. Okay.
And other stuff like that?
Etc. Dang, and so those are mikja. What it looks at can be called thusness, can be called the end, ultimate end of things, etc., etc. But the looker, mikcheshepa, is chiminamshi,
Is unstained
Vimala.
consciousness.
Vimala consciousness. Okay, you've been in these books a lot.
Are we Vimala conscious right now?
What's that Sam?
Or
Or you could say Sumanerikpa, knowledge from the primordial beginning of time.
ooh.
Okay, Suma means from forever. I like to call it from forever or something like that. It's cute because it means since no beginning or something. But it means primordial or something. Sumane. Primordial state of mind. Okay, that's his number 9. Okay. Actually, he divides it into 2. Okay, there's the mikyu and there's the mikche. There's the emptiness and the immaculate perception of it. Okay. Nisuche.
Can
Yeah,
be
we
divided
should-
into 2?
Yeah, the single thing about emptiness is kind of divided into 9A and 9B. Okay, got it? Okay, see? Okay, good.
The object and the
The object
looker?
and the looker. Yeah, yeah. Okay, in that case, yandata would have to be emptiness itself. Okay, and not the
But
perception
what's
emptiness,
soak? What other things?
etc., etc. I mean, you could give it different names. Nelu, chunyi.
Oh,
Okay.
or other names.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
okay.
see.
So
Okay.
I repeat that I did this wrong. Yangdakta is the emptiness and not the perception of the emptiness. So 9A is all those objects, and 9B is the state of mind. Okay.
Okay. Since forever.
Chete, he says that can be divided into 2. He added that, by the way. Your author added it.
He added everything.
Tsongkhapa only said immaculate awareness.
All he says is Gupa not.
Your author said, which always implies emptiness. Okay. Chete, Depani.
Dupani lo
This is the system of Yanda Demba.
of pure truth.
Yeah, that's a personal name.
Oh,
That's
really?
Paramartha.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Yeah, and I struggled with that. Art helped me with that. I hate to say it. But he was an early translator in China who went to China. And I found a whole book about him. There's a whole book written by some professor called
His name is also called Ching.
Oh, Stanley Chin. Was his first name Stanley also? Yeah. 20% of the people in China are called Chen. Exactly
40%.
Anyway,
Good try,
I went and
Stanley.
got your Wikipedia article about him, and it's
Ooh.
good. It's a good article, I have to say.
Where's the
Okay.
real Geshe-la?
Where did you do it, Geshe-la?
I don't know you anymore.
Well, you know why? Because there's a dearth of information in the Tibetan literature about Paramartha. He's almost not mentioned at all. So it's kind of frustrating.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's nothing. Normally, I go to art literature, right? But there's nothing there. Okay, where is Paramartha? Here it is. Okay, there's a good article in. Okay. Yeah, and
I saw Bolomito as well.
okay, one of the greatest translators, along with Kumarajiva and Xuanzang. You know. Okay. And he was born in Central India. They right where everybody's car broke down. Yeah, and then he went to Cambodia, and then he went to China, to Guangdong.
Guangzhou.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And there's his life history.
He looks. Oh, that's a patron.
He worked on the Golden Light
His name is
Sutra,
Wu.
which we worked on. Now, here's the punchline here, okay? Here's the punchline.
Mahan Sangraha.
He was famous for teaching Mahayana Sangraha,
Oh.
which is our main text now. So then I said, okay, he's the right guy. Because the name is strange in Tibetan. It doesn't work for Paramartha exactly. But when I saw he was a Mahayana Sangraha expert,
You're like, okay.
then it's got to be him. Because all the quotations we have are Mahayana Sangraha. Yeah.
Totally. In 1984.
I bought her book. I went online. I bought her book. It's $45 for a little paperback. And it's not bad.
The assimilation of
Diana Paul. Yeah, and she's Chinese, American, and she wrote a nice book about Paramartha. If you want to read it, her mind-only presentation is beyond ridiculous, but the historical stuff is interesting. Okay.
I'll borrow yours for $45.
Okay, for 44, I'll loan it to you. Okay.
Businessman.
So it's interesting that he was named Yanda Demba, which means Satya Darshana. See, so.
Oh.
Kapstein, who's a good scholar, refers to him as Yanda Demba. Okay, he translated as it means ultimate truth.
Yeah, perfect truth.
That's the Chinese one.
Yeah, that's not bad. Parama
Paramartha.
Artha.
Yeah.
Parama Artha. Yeah, not bad. Okay, so anyway, for him to say this 9 consciousness system is Paramarthas, that makes some sense. Okay, see, he says. That in the root text says that's Yanda Dembeluk, so it doesn't mean it's a pure system. It means it's the system of Paramartha, commenting on the Mahayana Sangraha.
Because what's the dupa right there?
It goes with the su. It distributes to the su.
Right. It's the last line.
Yeah, somebody thinks there's 9.
Right, and that's
Okay.
Paramartha's system.
We thought about the Paramanta.
Yeah. Okay. It took me a while to really, feel comfortable with it. But when I saw that he was a Mahayana Sangraha freak, then everything we've had for the last couple pages was Mahayana Sangraha.
A lot of this book has been Mahayana
Yeah.
Sangraha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wrote it?
Master Sangha.
Yeah. So he's the Shingda Sulje
He's the innovator of the mind only
of the
school.
mind only. He's the grandfather of the mind only.
We're 2 minutes
Master
over.
Yuan's commentary also quote this guy,
Mm.
explaining the 9 if you were reading.
Really? Commentary of what?
On what I really mean. The sutra, what I really
The one we're translating in Shenzhen.
Oh, you went to.
Yuan's
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you said Shwenshang. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Were they contemporaries? Or?
No, 150 years later.
How we doing on time?
We're done.
Good bit
We're
over.
over.
Okay, that's a good place to stop.
Yeah, it is. That's the Paramartha.
You felt it.
Stopped here. One
Paramanta?
14.
Paramanta.
Paramanta of the Paramartha.
Very good. Very good.
Sashi Pugi Joshing Meton Cham Rirabling Shin and Degen Padi Sangye Shingdu Mikte Ulwagi Jokunanda Shingla Chuparsho Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niyatayami Gewadi Kewokun Sunam Yeshe Tok Tok Shin Sunam Yeshe Le Chungwe Jampa Kuni Topar Sho
Shogi Shmogi. How far we got to go? We're on page 388, right?
Got a good scene.
I think I was Boogie, right?
147 is when the commentary ends. What page?
Oh, I'm
is
sorry,
this?
147.
Wait, what page is this?
Hang on.
Go back to
backwards.
Paramartha.
Here. It's 125.
22 pages of. It's gonna be class.
Hopefully a lot of it is my footnotes.